Hello and welcome, I'm Tim and this is SV Paquita and we are in El Port de la Salva. I think wasn't exactly where we were supposed to be going, wasn't part of the plan, but where we were going is just a couple miles that way, and the marina didn't get back to me, and when they finally did get back to me they said there was no room at the inn. And as I was coming here, I saw this little place that was tucked in. I wanted to come in here and anchor, but there was a problem because my anchor app that shows the Pasadonia, I think that's what it's called, the Pasadonia, the protected grass, seagrass, it doesn't seem to work here. And so I see some other boats anchored, and that's all fine and dandy, but I don't want to get, like I say, I felt so guilty that last time when I just happened to be on a line by mistake. So anyway, they had, let me show you a little bit around here. Trying to pan slowly. We've been ashore, little marina over there. These are the foothills of the Pyrenees. Goes from here all the way over to the Bay of Biscay, with France on one side and the Iberian Peninsula on the other. Anyway, we came over here. I saw that the marina over here, they're hard to get in touch with, but I was doing research. It was going to be like $85, I think, to stay at the marina, 85 euros. And seeing how we were at that fancy one in Benalmádena for 34 euros, I was thinking that's kind of steep. So I said, you know what, we don't need to do anything special. I just get on a mooring. Mooring will keep me out of the problem with the eelgrass. If you hear some noise, this just started just now. We got here at around 4 in the afternoon. It's probably 6:30, almost 7 now. We have dinner reservations for 7:30 for our last night in Spain. But music on the beach has just started up, and so that ought to be interesting. I was just about ready to start making this video saying what a quiet little, sleepy little town this is, and then the music starts, which is, I'm not so much of a curmudgeon that that's something that bothers me as of yet. But I can tell you that I came over here and we got this mooring over here, and got on it and called the guy on the Channel 9. He came out to us. And it's 80 euros a night for a mooring. I think it's the most expensive mooring in any place I've ever been to in my life. But whatever it is, it's a privatized one. It's not done through the state, and that's just the way it is. So we stayed here one night, and Christine and I went and we checked out the town. We were going to go over here. They say it's better to get fuel in Spain than getting it in France. Same thing with wine and groceries. So we checked everything out with the dinghy and found out, yeah, they do. They don't say they have diesel. They say they have gas oil, which I know my tankermen, they put gas oil on a lot of ships. And I don't think it's the same thing, but that's what they're burning the diesels over there. So if you, by the time you guys see this, it's probably gonna be too late anyway. I've already got it. But anyway, I think I'll top up the diesel tank with what they're calling gas oil. They didn't say it wasn't diesel. They've never heard the word diesel, where all the rest of Spain, they all knew that. But anyway, then we went and we were going little places, checking everything out. Really, really cool vibe, cute little town over here, walking around. And what I loved about it is we have to provision the boat. And instead of going to a big supermarket, which they have one here, and there's supposed to be even a bigger one somewhere further away that you need a car for. But the one right here at the end of the pier is bigger than I could. It's got everything that we needed as far as for the staples, the canned goods and paper goods and stuff like that. But then it was really nice. You just go off a little side street, and there's the produce vendor, and the produce is so fresh and it's so amazing. Then we went to the butcher shop, bought some of that famous Spanish, we got Spanish lamb, we got ribs, we got pork roast. It's basically the pork chops that haven't been cut, so that I'll roast those on the grill and then we'll cut them ourselves. And then we got a great big leg of lamb that we had them cut them with the bandsaw. And I thought, I had read that you can get it and they cut the bone, but they leave everything together so you can cook it on the barbecue. But I don't think he understood that, because it came back in like 4 or 5 pieces, and that's fine. I can stitch it together when I go to bake it up and bake it on the grill. But oh my God, the lamb here has been great, and it's been working great on the thing. But the prices were amazing. We actually did 2 trips with the dinghy, where I've got probably 10 bottles of wine. We got they call it agua con gas. It's the carbonated water, like seltzer water, but it's more like Perrier. And got a whole bunch of that. And then, we got everything you can imagine as far as just like two backpacks full of vegetables. And I mean, we just got tons of stuff. And like I say, we probably got 3 weeks worth of meat. We did everything. And it was 100 euros at the meat place. It was 145 euros at the supermarket, and it was 45 euros at the vegetable place. And Chrysalida and I think that's like the most amazing bargain ever. And just to give you an idea, here's some of the vegetables that we got. Look at it. And by the way, you see these eggs out here? If you didn't know this, the US is one of the only places that washes eggs. And when you wash it, you wash this protective layer off of the egg that if you wash that off, you have to refrigerate them. If you don't wash it off, they're fine. As long as we eat a lot of eggs, that's going to be cool. But anyway, a great shopping experience. I think my idea of loading up the boat with food and wine before we go to France is probably a good idea. So that way we go over there, we can buy French coffee, baguettes, and a croissant. Maybe some other things, but that's probably it. But anyway, our last night here in Spain, we haven't gone out to dinner since we've been back from the US. Actually, Runa took us out, but we haven't paid for dinner. And there's a restaurant over here that a guy was telling us is really, really good. That's specializes in local seafood, and all of it is caught right here from the fishermen. So really excited about that. But anyway, I guess the disco wheelhouse is alive and well, all complete with the church bells ringing. So bizarre, so strange. So I have no idea if this music's going to go all night. It's Wednesday night, so I don't know. Maybe. I mean, seeing how most restaurants don't even open until 8:30 or 9 around here, I can't imagine they're going to stop at 1 o'clock in the morning. But luckily, I sleep pretty well, so who knows. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. And and anybody was interesting, if anyone was wondering, we've had great luck with the repair on the autopilot. Oh, here comes Chrysalida. Oh! Look, she's putting her makeup on, and the birds won't leave her alone. One's playing with her necklace, the other's playing with her doobie. The birds want makeup. They're gonna fly away sooner or later. Oh my God, it's gonna be a bad day when that happens. But anyway, so tomorrow morning, hopefully, wish me luck. Tomorrow morning, I'm gonna get up early and start working on the windlass and see if I can bang that out. Those jobs never go that well, so I'm anticipating I won't get it done. But we'll see. We'll see. With every great journey starts with a first step, right? Anyway, thank you so much for watching. And this whole time in Spain has been phenomenal. I really don't want to leave, but I'm really getting nervous. You're supposed to relax, not worry about a clock, but the time is ticking, and got to get to France, and then Monaco, and then Italy, and I don't know where we're going to get from there. I think by that time it'll be time to leave, so who knows. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. And all you guys that have been commenting since the last video, I told you how much that really helps the algorithm out. Really appreciate it. Take care. Be safe. Oh, and hit the super thanks if you want to buy us around. Or thank you so much for all of you guys that have joined Patreon. You guys are the foundation behind the channels. You guys take care. Be safe. And as always, I'll see you on the one.